I don't like the lighting. Oh well. Hey Aries. Give y'all a chance to get in here. It still feels a little off, but the symmetry feels off. And I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. My OCD doesn't like it one bit, but it'll be okay. Morning. How you doing, Pooh? How art thou? Tender kisses on the way. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, Aries gang? Gang, gang, gang. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, Aries gang? Gang, gang. They can't hang. If they not, they not, they not. Aries gang in this thing. What? In this thing. Aries gang in this thing. What? In this thing. Aries gang in this thing. What? In this thing. Aries gang. Gang. Gang, 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 gang. Oh, Aries, this a spider. In my card box. I knew I walked and felt a web. Ooh. Is it more? I touched a spider web. I don't like that. I don't like it one bit. What up, though, Aries? Welcome back to Aries Vibes Only, the channel that is dedicated to all Aries placements. Now, if you are not an Aries or you are an Aries and you came in here on some fuck shit, get your ass in here, sit down in the back, and don't touch nothing, because it's the channel that's dedicated to high vibrating Aries only who understands balance. I'm not fucking with this spider though that's in here, and it's in here where my cards are at. And now I'm thinking about how I reached in that box yesterday for some cards. That looked like another damn spider web right there. What is up with? Oh no, child. But spiders represent protection. I just don't want to see it in real life. I'm okay with it being a metaphor. I'm okay with it being a metaphor. Cause like, why y'all gotta be in my house? You know, why y'all can't just be outside? Who told you to come in my house? Who told you to come in my house? I feel like this connecting to the Aries energy. Like, you know, this is good and all, but who told you to come into my personal space? I don't know if you have someone who they've been trying to come into your personal space. Baby, I will wet this whole thing up. What's going on? What's going on? Let me pull the live up so I can see the chat. Look, listen, we just gonna have to sit in, you know, well, I figure out what's going on over here. I'm going through a purging thing. I'm about to purge. See? That's that thing right there. And then you're going to have people in the spiritual community that'll be like, oh, spiders are a spiritual protection. Leave them alone. No, they can do that outside. Okay? They can do that outside. You ain't about to put me into no damn spiritual psychosis, turning my house into a whole damn ecosystem. No. Okay? See, Shani, you up in here. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be in here with that spiritual psychosis shit. That's that crazy shit. Okay? That's that crazy shit. That spider need to be in their own lane, in their own space. Okay? They need to be in their own space. No, please, y'all, don't get into that type of psychosis. Okay? There's a such thing called boundaries. No, okay? I remember I was listening to a reader one time. That was the last time I ever listened to her. She was like, you may find spider webs and stuff in your home and in the corners. Leave them alone. That's spiritual. What the fuck? Oh, hell no. Is people out here listening to that? Baby, that was the last time I listened to her. Last time I listened to her. These people be having people in spiritual psychosis a little too deep for me. Okay, I'm sorry. We have boundaries for a reason. Okay, you can protect my front porch. Okay, you can be out there on the balcony. Okay, but in my house, that's a boundary. I speak to them. No, not in my house. Listen, Ange, yes, it's giving a vibe of who told you to come bother me. Who told you to come mess with me? Who told you to come mess with me? Let me get some cards out. So to any other reader that's on here, y'all, listen, you can love them and all that outside your house. But out here telling people in their space, their personal space, it's a cycle of life, baby. Okay, the same way that it's a predator for that spider outside, it's a predator for the spider inside my damn house too. Okay, you gotta know your lane. Know your lane. Okay. Now, I have had an instance where, like, there's been, like, a couple wasps in my house, and I was able to catch it, and I let it back outside. And so, I have had, like, that happen, and I didn't kill it. I just, caught it inside the mason jar and stuff, and I released it back outside. I have had that happen with a wasp and a bee before, actually. So I don't kill all of them, okay? But certain ones, baby, no. I've had a spoken agreement with the universe of if it's found in my space, it's gonna die. Okay, so don't let me see you. If I see you, you gotta go. If I see you, you gotta go. As long as I don't see you, then that's what it is. There may be something going on around you, Aries. Someone around you may be ignoring something. Like someone is allowed to get away with something as long as they're not caught. But like other people know that this person be on some weird stuff. Okay, Aries, you have someone around you. It's given definitely dealing with money or someone stealing or something. So like, it's like someone around you, they be on some fuck stuff, okay? And someone else be kind of like looking out for them. It's like, as long as I don't see you doing what you're doing, you good. But if I see you, I gotta play the role and justice in reverse. I have to play the role and like arrest you. You get what I'm saying? Like Somebody getting away with the law. Like, someone is getting away with something because of who they know, who's like turning their cheek, they're turning their face to what they're doing. But it's like they're telling them, but if I catch you, okay, if I catch you, I got to do my job. So someone on the job is getting away with something, and other people know that they're doing this thing. Or what is this? Ooh, we getting into the tea. Oh, baby, them damn geckos. I was just in Florida. I witnessed 2 of them trying to eat a worm. Okay, I was like, as long as y'all stay right here. I had a situation when I was in Colombia, and I had to have a moment. I said, look, as long as I don't find you in my cabin, we good. I found one in my cabin. I had to run that nigga out. Okay, we not doing that up in here. Okay, we don't cohabitate in here. When I come out into your world and where you live at, we cohabitate. But up in here, this my queendom. Okay, you are not welcome in here. This is the boundary. Y'all, this is giving that energy, y'all. Yeah, okay. Knight of Swords. The Magician. Somebody is making something happen. Someone who has some authority. Hierophant in reverse. Someone who's like a leader of an organization, a corporation. They could be like a manager. See, now I'm feeling stuff. Someone's making something happen with the role that they're in. They're taking advantage of a role that they're in. It's like they're letting other people get away with things. You know, this could be like someone who was working with a bunch of people and then they get promoted up to manager. And when they get promoted to manager, they let all their friends get away with stuff. They let their friends, you know, just do whatever they want to do, you know, like, woo, is your world, okay? It's heavy nepotism energy, but like, it feels like it's crime in here too, though. Like, it's giving nepotism, but then also some type of crime energy going on. Someone being able to get away with something, doing whatever they want to do. Because you got the Justice in reverse and the Magician under it. So like someone being able to write their own justice. Who is this? You have Gemini, the World card. I always equate the World with Sagittarius energy too, but it's Saturn energy, and that's Aquarius and Capricorn. You got the Empress with Libra and Taurus. Page of Swords with more Gemini. Judgment with Scorpio. And then the Emperor with Aries. Yeah, I said what I said. I'm not taking it back. The Emperor, Judgment, Page of Swords in reverse. So deception, not seeing something, like, you know, bypassing, you know what I'm saying? Like, as long as I don't see it, it didn't happen type of vibe, you know? Or this could be someone, for example, say they have a relationship, right? And in the relationship, the wife can know that this man cheats, or the man can know that the wife cheats, right? As long as there is no evidence, okay? As long as this person doesn't catch them. Because if they catch them, or they have the evidence and they gotta leave because of their position, because of who they are, they have to do something about it. So as long as something is not like, you know, out in the open, big and extravagant, things of that nature, that they're okay with it. This shit feels specific as fuck. Okay? So the Emperor with the Judgment, Page of Swords, then it goes into the Empress. So yeah, somebody getting what they want with the World card. But then the Nine of Swords Someone is afraid that they're close to getting caught. Or they were close to getting caught. Okay? But someone is afraid that they're close to getting caught or that they're going to get caught. I'm hearing you about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. You know what this could be? You know how some people be working in the warehouses and shit? And they be having access to like shoes and all that other stuff. It could be they let people come in and like get them, and those people sell them outside. Like, so they make it seem like they don't see that these people are like, somebody is like stealing from a warehouse or like a company or something, and they're reselling what they got from that place. Or like some type of company, corporation thing is going on. Oh my gosh, this is some tea. This is tea. Whoever this is for, this is tea. Somebody got some bad deals going on. This can even be like, say if you work at like a law firm or something, like somebody losing cases on purpose so that they can get a payout somewhere else type of shit. You know, like this is some shiesty shit that's going on. And it's a leader that got a hand in this. Like it's somebody who's like a supervisor who got a hand in this. Yep. You about to lose your job. Somebody about to lose their job. Gots to be more careful. Gots to be more careful. Why do Aries need to know this? Because Aries, you may have been wondering why you just was kind of like left out of certain situations and things. And it's because you don't do illegal shit. Okay? It's because you don't do cocaine. Okay? That's why you got left out. Because you don't do illegal shit. Okay? Queen of Swords in the reverse. And then the Three of Pentacles. Like, you would snitch. Like, you would tell in some kind of way. Like, you wouldn't fit in. Yeah, Ten of Swords. You wouldn't fit in. You wouldn't fit in. Aries, you wouldn't fit in, baby. They be doing some shit that they know you wouldn't be interested in. Oh, child. Baby, I can't make this up. I can't make this up. We got the Seven of Swords coming out. Okay? We have the Seven of Swords coming out. Oh, sorry. I said Seven of Swords. It's the Seven of Wands in reverse. Child, all I saw was seven. It looked like the swords. It's the Seven of Wands in reverse. So, what's the... Something's going to close down. Something's going to close down. Something's about to close down. It's like its protection is about to be lifted. So someone who's been doing some illegal shit, they about to get caught up. Someone's about to get caught up in their shit during this Mercury retrograde. They about to get caught up. They about to get caught up. 7 of Wands in reverse. Their protection is about to be lifted. So whatever was there protecting them or keeping them good is about to be lifted. You got Aquarius coming out. Neptune, that's Pisces. Aries with first house. Scorpio. Gemini with third house. Virgo with sixth house. Give me one more. Scorpio with eighth house. And then Leo, fifth house. I don't know why I felt called to pull one more. But Leo is on the 7 of Wands in reverse. So, yeah, somebody's about to get caught up for some shit that they in. It's finally about to catch up to them, Aries. I don't know if you've tried to, like, expose this person before or, like, this person did some shit to you. Okay? Like, it's like all their karma is coming back around. All of this person's karma is coming back around. Like, all of their protection is being lifted and all of their karma is coming back around. So it may have looked like somebody was like winning or, you know, doing something, getting away with something. It's like everything is about to come crashing down on this person. If they in some illegal shit, they about to get caught up. This person is about to get caught up. So it's good that you're not around them anymore. My stomach growling. They about to lose everything. They're about to lose everything. You got parenting coming out, then domestic harmony. This could be someone that you're sharing you're co-parenting with, or it could be a parent, shit, or it could be a child. Someone who brought stress into your home, you know, into your space. They brought drama into your space, you know, just issues after issue. Whew. This was some interesting reading, some interesting energy. Okay. So, what is this person getting caught going to do? Ooh. Eyes itching. Whew, it feels like allergies. This person gonna feel it. But they also gonna deny some stuff. Like, they're not gonna admit to everything. They're gonna deny some things. They're gonna deny some things. They're not gonna admit to everything. This person is not gonna admit to everything. 8 of Pentacles, and then the 8 of Wands in reverse. They're going to admit to the things that they feel like they can still kind of like get out of. That they can still make themselves look good in. Okay. They're going to like only admit to like the things that they feel like they can still make themselves look good in. Like, you know, it's like, I'm being honest, I'm doing X, Y, and Z, but it's only about the things that they have a little bit more control over the narrative of. Like, the things that they feel like are like really, really bad, they're not going to admit to that. Okay. They're not going to admit to that because they feel like they won't be able to get out of that one. Like they won't be able to make themselves look better after that mistake, right? Because they can't say that is a mistake because it's too blatant of what they were doing to say that it was a mistake. Look, my parents, they didn't like my grandmother because my grandmother treated me in an energy of luxury. But I feel like it made me expect the best of everything in the world, and I have like very high expectations. Those same high expectations is why I'm still single and child free, okay, at 37. Um, so I think it is a middle ground with that. When we look at, when we talk about creating generational blessings and breaking generational curses, I do feel one of the generational curses in the Black community. I don't know what, the races and things of that is. And one thing I noticed, from the cultural standpoint, from various like African cultures, for example, where the child stays at home until they get married and move out. But in our culture, we're like, oh, you get out at 18 and you are this and that, where it's just like, no, baby, my brain still ain't even really developed yet. So we get thrown into survival mode. So I think a big reason why grandparents do that is because they see it from another angle of like, wait, I want my grandchild to have a mindset of I deserve the best. You know what I'm saying? If like, because I remember my dad kicked me out the house my senior year of high school, and I went to live with my best friend, and my grandmother was like, oh no, move over here. My dad resented my grandmother because she took me in. He wanted me to suffer. Tell the truth, shame the devil. He felt I deserved to suffer because I didn't like how he felt I should be raised, because he was a very hardcore parent. Like, you work, you do this. I had a job since I was a teenager. I was never really allowed to be a child from the time living with my mother, who was on drugs. So my other grandparent had to step in and help us and take over, So it's a lot that goes into that. So I see where, we can be upset with our children, or you could be upset with your children of things, or the grandparents, but we got to see it from multiple angles of how survival mode can be passed down. I don't even know how we got on this. I was reading the comments. I think I was finding peace in the comments. So maybe someone needed to hear that too, then, shit, of me letting it out from that angle. If it wasn't for my grandparents, though, instilling that energy inside of me, I wouldn't be where I'm at in life now. And like the confidence that I have. And he did eventually admit, because it's like, when parents have resentment to their parents, it's sometimes hard to see their parents treat their children better than they treated them. This life is interesting. This life is very interesting. But my grandmother took in my siblings, and I moved with my dad. But my dad always worked, and my grandmother had me all the time. So she raised me, basically. But he raised me financially. But this is the energy, y'all. I feel like I've changed y'all, I was mentioning the Seven of Swords. Yeah, that's a lot of what it is. And I know that's what the trauma my mom had too, um, with certain things. That's what my grandmother told me, that she learned from her mistakes. Oh, you're from Michigan too? It may be something deeper there, Queen. It may be something deeper there. I don't know if she has like any neurological things, but I do know the spectrum is something that is undiagnosed. Like I was undiagnosed on the spectrum, and they would take how I was as being rebellious, but it really was lack of really feeling understood or heard or having a hard time masking. So it could be something deeper there too. So versus, you know, I think sometimes it can be easy for us to want to treat the symptom and not see that sometimes it's something deeper there. There's this book that I love called Push Out, and it talks about how various things like depression and things of that nature shows up in girls differently than others, so how it can go undiagnosed or mistreated. You get what I'm saying? So just speaking from the end of the spectrum that went undiagnosed and unseen and had a hard time masking a lot of times, sometimes she needs to be seen in another way to see what's really going on, because she's still developing and she wants that safe space. She's seeking a safe space, but we become avoidant when we don't feel safe in a certain space. You get what I'm saying? To receive what we need. And I know with my grandmother being an Aries, my grandmother that's mean as fuck. Okay. I know us as Aries, sometimes we can want to treat like how someone is and what they're doing, especially if they're an adult, right? We ain't got the patience for it. But when it comes to our child, sometimes that patience is warranted to look deeper into it. Now, if she's at the point where she's a grown as adult and she's not even trying to get help in that way, then you need to create a boundary and not allow her back into the space then. So it's various ways we can look at it, yeah, on how you want to deal with it. It's interesting you said 26 and it's 26 likes too. So it's one of those where be honest with yourself of what role you want to play. And if you want to let go. So, for example, there's things that I didn't receive in my childhood from my parents that I needed neurologically, emotionally, and mentally. But I had to be pushed out the nest to find those resources how I needed, because my parents couldn't give it to me. My parents couldn't give me what I needed because they didn't have the perception or understanding of it. So in my adulthood, I had to be pushed out to find myself and to find that. So I had to get into the therapy. I had to sit with myself. I had to go through school by myself and create a community. You get what I'm saying? So everything that happens in life, it does happen for a reason, but the parent does have to make a decision on what is their role going to be in it, because in a way, you're not making it better if you're letting her keep coming back, but you're not treating the issue of what's happening either and still blaming her. You get what I'm saying? So it's like we got to see the role that we play in the situation. And I'm giving you a free personal reader right now, sis. I hope you're not taking it personal. Well, you get what I'm saying? Not taking it personal in a bad way, because I feel like someone else may need to hear this too. Yeah, so it could be a sense of boundaries on you seeing it from your angle and letting her see the world from what it is too. But the reality is too, I will say that my dad and I finally had a healing conversation after I went out on my own, and he had to realize his mistakes in raising me too. But he couldn't do that with me still we had to separate. I had to do me and all that. So then when we came together and I had the words to voice what I needed to say, he was able to say, I apologize. And he wasn't able to be there in the way that I needed. You get what I'm saying? Or he wasn't able to show up in the way that I needed him to show up, because he still had unhealed trauma that he had to work through, right? Because a lot of our parents, and a lot of you, if you're a parent, a lot of times you become parent at a time when you didn't plan on it. Like it wasn't something that you were preparing for and planning on. And when I even look at with my parents, they wasn't planning on me. They was denying that I was even fucking being formed in the womb for a while. So all of that has an effect on that development, and it also has an effect on just our life in general. This is why I'm so big into hypnotherapy and past life regressions. I have a past life regression party actually that I'm hosting y'all on the 2nd of August for anyone who is interested. You'll be able to access it on my website. I'll put the link and stuff on the page for you all to check out too if you're interested. But it's a process and it's a journey and it's a cycle, and it takes a lot of accountability from all angles, put it that way. And sometimes we may not realize how our actions affect the development of another, and even within that, you know. But you know, honestly, the issue is deeper than slavery. If we want to be honest, you know, the issue is deeper than slavery. And I didn't fully get that until visiting the motherland, you know. It's not even just slavery. This is something that's in humankind, you know. It's in all cultures, you know. Even looking at the aspect of slavery of the tribes were selling each other into it. The tribes are better, you know what I'm saying? The tribes were selling each other. And so there's various pieces that go into play with that. Like, it's not even just slavery. It's something that goes back further than that, because these issues were within the culture. And it's not even just black people. It's in every culture. So this is the same reason why I say black on black crime isn't real. Crime is all about proximity most times and access. So white people predominantly kill white people. Okay? Black people predominantly kill black people. It's about proximity and where you're at and where you go to create it. Now, petty crime, that may be a little bit differently. But a lot of things are made to seem like it's bigger than what it really is, to psychologically brainwash you into believing that you are different from everyone else, when in reality it's just a humankind situation. It's a human situation. It's not just a cultural situation. It's just that when you're placed in certain sectors, that's what you see. That's what you're around. So that's what looks real, because that's what you're around. You get what I'm saying? But if you were to go into another space in another area, you'll see it's the same thing. I wouldn't even say it's love, because black people love. I think a big part is that we expect this false sense of assimilation. Okay? There's no such thing as kumbaya, peace. And the sooner we get past that and realize that life is all about unbalance and us identifying and finding the balance between the polarities, we're able to navigate through it from a more expansive way. Right and wrong is defined by who you ask. Love is defined by who you ask. So the same people that we can say, oh, they don't love. No, they love. They love how they love. They love how they experience love. The same way that we love, the way that we experience love. Okay? Life is all of that. You get what I'm saying? Life is all of that. So when we go out and we're experiencing a world, there's no such thing as this kumbaya. It's no such thing as peace everywhere on earth. There will never be peace on earth. Nature shows us that there's no such thing as peace on earth. I was just sharing was it on here or with my members? I can't remember. But I was sharing how a heron brought a fish up to my porch, and I saw and witnessed it kill this fish and eat it, right? A few days later, I get on the internet. And I see a video documenting an eagle attacking a heron nest. So how the cycle of life was, how that heron attacked a fish, the predator for the heron attacked it. That's life. Life is all about balance. That type of shit happens. So the more we're still thinking on just the fairy tale of things and this peace aspect, we're going to have it wrong. We can't say that someone does not love us or this is not love and this is horrible when we don't know how that person experiences the world. And who's to say who has the right experience of the world? It's just all about balance and you being in your space of balance, your place of balance. So that's the thing. That's how you experience the world, right? So neither one is wrong. How you experience it is that they don't love you. And that is not wrong. They don't love you according to your experience of the world. But that person, their reflection and perception of the world could be that that's how they treat love because that's how they know love. Literally. It's not always as deep. And I know this is interesting coming from someone who's an Aries. I already told y'all I got a lot of Aquarius in my chart too, right? So maybe this is what's coming out. But we got to understand that two things can be true at the same time on how we experience the world. So how we experience it, yes, I can say my last dude did not really love me or didn't do X, Y, and Z, right? But in his world, he can really feel like that. He can really feel like he was the best man ever. And guess what? It's real to him. It's real to him. Just because it's not real to me, you get what I'm saying, or others, but in his world, it is. So I get to choose which world or which perception I want to adopt. I now have the option to choose what I want to adopt, what I want to see as being real, what I want to see as being not real, and so on and so forth. You get what I'm saying? And so, yeah, both things are very much so real. And even with the sense of like with the parents, right? My experience with my parents are real. What I experienced with them, what I felt, how I feel like they treated me, whatever the case is, it is real. But guess what? Their experience is too. How they viewed me is real too. As much as I may not agree with it, as much as I may say, oh, their actions is what made me be that way, right? That's very true. But guess what? My actions is still made them feel a certain type of way. You get what I'm saying? And that allows me to be my authentic self no matter what situation I'm in. So yes, I can still call you out about how something made me feel. Yeah. Whether you see it that way or not, I'm still living my truth and my reality by getting it out. Now, whether you perceive it in that manner or take it in that manner is not my problem and is not my fault. But I'm being true to my frequency, my reality, and who I am. You feels me? Y'all, this spider got me over here. I'm about to go take another shower, child. I gotta go to the gym. But I love you all. Feel free to check out you said that's something that you noticed. You know, it's something that's passed down, you know, a lot of times. But feel free to check out the links to my website. Check out my classes that I have offering, the Butterfly Effect School of Transformation. If you feel like you are on a journey and you're seeking a village and a community of women to go through this process with, we spend a lot of time together, as well as my collective past life regressions I have coming up. Oh my gosh, I have a lot that I offer outside of here, as well as my coaching program. So feel free to check that out on my website as well. I don't share it a lot over on this channel, but I'll make sure to post the link down below, you know? And yeah, but that's one thing I love about having a therapy background. I see things from a very broad perspective. So, and it's worked. And then for my doctorate, I studied trauma and generational trauma and how that can be passed down in various ways. And when it comes to freedom, Okay? Come through, prolific. Look, I was just talking about the Butterfly Effect School of Transformation. As of right now, it's only women that's in there. So that's what I was getting at. But I'm happy to know that I am able to motivate other, men and stuff of that nature who, well, let me not say other child, because next thing you know, people be like, Monica's trans. That's not what I meant. People like to take what you put on the internet, child, and turn it around. But that I, provide that space for men as well for, what's needed. But I love you all. I have to get my life together. That spider got me over here. So I'm about to take another shower so I can get ready for the gym. Because that just got me over here like. Oh man, I love y'all and my Aries. That's the vibe. Thank you for being in the tribe. If you like it, then subscribe and hit that like, cause we live, 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 live. Aries always be real, always be true. Whatever you do, make it do boo. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's 911 on the time. Then we say when we start this reading, somebody say that it started with sirens where they were at. Love y'all too. And I love how we don't take nothing personal here. How we take the conversation for what it is, Because somebody in the comments needed to hear the conversation. And that's what I fucking love about life. Like, everything is interconnected in some kind of way, And so, love y'all. And I'm going to see y'all later. Bye.